Hi, Eric Gibaud, Gibaud.com, and today, thanks to Photosphera.com, I'm going to present you the lens Viltrox 56mm 1.4. Let's start. So this lens, I'm going to present it to you with my Fujifilm X-E1, but it exists with Fujifilm X mount and also Sony E, I think, and also I'm not sure, Canon M, but it exists with several mounts. So I'm going to present you with the Fujifilm, show you, speak to you about the quality, what I think. As you can see, the box, as always with Viltrox, really solid, really well presented. So let's carry on. This is a 56mm, which is the equivalent in full frame of 85mm more or less. So this is the typical focal length people recommend for portraits. But actually I did not do that many portraits, you will see the pictures, because I think, I don't know why people are really obsessed with 50mm equal portrait in APS-C. If you're in full frame with 85 or 90mm. You can use lenses like this for many other things. So I think many people would be interested in this lens because it opens at 1.4. So if you really want a shallow depth of field, this is interesting. And it's not just for portraits. So I'll show you some example, tell you about the build, the quality, all this, and give you more impression. So let's carry on. So I'm going to show you the beast. Here it is, metal sunshades and hood. Okay, the bodies, this is fully metal. I think I forgot to say in another Viltrox review, well, I said it, but I didn't make it really clear. This is an autofocus lens. Obviously you can work with it in manual. Here you have a manual ring, and you can use it in autofocus too, okay? And here you have the aperture ring. It's clickless. This is something I don't really like. I prefer to have clear clicks, okay? And here I'm going to take care with my sensor, but show you here. There is a USB connector, so you can upgrade your your firmware, lens firmware. So if Fujifilm gets a new camera out and it's not compatible for whatever reason, you could upgrade the firmware of your lens easily with a cable. So now I'm going to show you my result and my impression. It started to rain, okay, so in Spanish I've got it without umbrella, in French pot, and English it sounds like going to get everything with umbrella, okay. I put the lens there because it's not weather sealed, the camera neither, so well, okay, so I'll tell you a bit more about it. The first thing people ask me is, what is the filter diameter? 52mm, and as I said, it exists in mount for Sony and Canon M. So I pass you some pictures I've made, at the same time I tell you the specs, okay? I took my notebook so I don't forget anything. The minimum focusing distance is 60 centimeters, so you cannot do some macro photography, but yes, you can do some proxy. So it can be really interesting for people who want to have autofocus part and with something that is close. So I think it's a good option. It works fine, 60 centimeters. I would like a bit closer, but that's not bad. The sharpness is good, okay? Bokeh is creamy, noise bokeh, and the contrast is good. Very often people think that the contrast is just down to the camera, but the lens has a lot to do with contrast. So yes, the contrast is there. I noticed that you have a bit of chromatic aberration on 1.4, but at f2 it's okay, I would say. f2 2.8, that's okay. Also, I think at maximum aperture, sharpness is not really there on the borders and corners, but at f4 it's there, it's fine, it's okay. So is it a problem? Well, it depends on you. If you make portraits, probably it's not a problem, because the less sharp part is in the blurry part of your picture anyway, because it's in the autofocus part, because normally you don't place the person on the side, okay? So that's fine. If you do some landscape with that, well, you would like to have sharp from border to border, so that's okay. But f4 and 5.6, that's really fine, that's good. The autofocus is fast, it's an STM motor, it goes well, it focuses really fast, that's nice. As I said before, I'm not convinced about this clickless aperture that we see more and more. I prefer to have really clickable aperture ring, honestly. but well, this is what's there, okay? The relation quality price is really good. If you compare to the 56mm 1.2 by Fujifilm, we're speaking about 3-4 times the price. So will you get 4 times the quality? Probably not. In some situation maybe you will, but most of the time you won't see any difference. So I like the build, it's really good. The fact that there is a USB connector to update the lens firmware is really good also. The thing is, it's not weather sealed. I also noticed a bit of vignetting at 1.4. If we look at flare is contained, it's good, it's not bad compared to other lenses I've reviewed. Actually, I reviewed another Viltrox lens and I had like some kind of red flare, and in this case I didn't notice something like this. So so far it was good, okay? So as you can see, it's not weather sealed. It's a bit of a dilemma. Should I buy this Viltrox 56mm 1.4 or the Fujifilm 56mm 1.2? Well, the price is really different, and I think if you don't want to spend too much money, not because of a money problem or situation, not because of money situation, but just because you probably will not use much this focal length, well then I would probably get this one and not spend too much, and if I use it from time to time, that would be fine. But if you're going to use a lot this focal length because you do a lot of portrait, all this, probably I would prefer to have the 56mm 1.2. honestly, it's more expensive, yes it is, but I think the quality is a bit better. In many situations you won't see a difference, but if you really use it a lot, I think it's a bit logical to get the best lens, okay? But if you cannot afford it, honestly you will be happy with this lens. So what can I say? Can I recommend this lens? Yeah, definitely. Would I buy it? Yes, I would buy it. For what I do, yes, definitely I would buy it, and probably not just for portraits, but for many other things I would like to use this focal length. That would be fine to me, okay? So yes, I think it's a totally recommendable lens. So thank you very much to Photosolar for lending me the lens. Thank you to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, the small button down here, and also a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links to other part of my YouTube channel, link to everything I've tasted by K&F Concept and Sandmark, and also a link to my PayPal account if you want to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself, and thank you to my daughter for the umbrella. See you soon. Bye.